Hello, my name is John Diorio, and today I will be speaking to you about survey research. Survey research is a means of collecting data that enables researchers to, in an informed manner, assess the thoughts and ideas of a given population. It can be both quantitative or qualitative in nature and should be carried out intentionally and in a way that seeks to systematically answer the research question. Clark and Schutt captures the essence of this idea when they state that survey research is the collection of information from a sample of individuals through their responses and questions. As we proceed through this presentation, please don't hesitate to stop and jot any notes you find important as we proceed. Purpose of survey research is to collect data on a given topic or question until statistical significance is reached. It serves to add weight and depth to a conclusion. In studies where bias may occur, it's important to share your results with credible backing. With credible data and sources, one may begin to shape their survey research, though certain characteristics are essential to it. Survey research must adhere to certain components. Surveys must adhere to set sampling guidelines set during the project. Researchers should seek to avoid bias and use the appropriate equations to determine size of their sample. Surveys, unless anonymous, require IRB approval, just like most all other research projects. Protecting vulnerable persons is of critical importance. It is also important to consider collection techniques and other characteristics as we go forward in the process. For survey research, it has to adhere to certain steps. It's intentional and a measured process that adheres to these upcoming protocols. Iowa State outlined several steps for survey research. Chiefly important among them are defining the problem and question, selecting methods, and data analysis. Defining the problem defines the project and the steps taken thereafter. With that being taken care of, the action plan can be made, and that serves as the glue that holds the whole project together. Sticking to the plan and making these measured adjustments as you come across data enables consistency in execution. Data analysis allows the project to stand on its own merits and be prepared for reporting using descriptive statistics and any other summaries that may be needed. When conducting a survey, data can be collected both quantitatively and qualitatively. Quantitative data refers to data that can be counted, such as population statistics, Likert scale responses, which are strongly agree, somewhat agree, and so on and so forth. And the same thing goes for number scales, 1 through 10. On the other hand, qualitative data can also be included in survey research. However, these questions are open-ended and analysis is done on them. It also can be conducted through written responses to interview questions. Once our questions and questionnaires have been created, we can drive down into the brass tacks of the methods of data collection. For surveys, they come in several forms: interviews, online, traditional, or self-administered surveys, also focus groups, which are groups of people giving their opinion on a product or a service. Each of them has their benefits and drawbacks, and the questions we ask as we collect data and we consult our action plan, these things dictate the methods that we'll use throughout, as well as our sample size and other circumstances. Like any type of research, surveys have both pros and cons. Some of the positive side of survey research is that it is cost effective. There are many services out there that make the creation of surveys affordable to both create and distribute. There are services like SurveyMonkey, which I've used before, that have been enabled me to conduct undergraduate research in my undergraduate program. Not only this, you're able to collect a lot of data, which is important for surveys because generally with stuff like this, you need a larger sample size to achieve significance. These ideas are pretty well encapsulated through the International Journal of Market Research when they state that surveys provide greater researcher control over the sample of respondents, avoiding multiple entries to the survey by the same person. Not only this, questionnaires are better displayed, more interactive and easy to fill in when they're displayed in a browser window than an email letter. This also speaks to the diversity of dissemination that can be achieved using surveys, and that is all dictated by your target audience. In addition to the pros, there are also the downsides. One of the downsides of survey research is that you only really have one, quote, instrument, meaning the questionnaire. That leaves you limited in terms of other options. You need to include what you have to answer this research question on the questionnaire. As such, potential biases can arise, such as non-response. That's why you need to have a certain amount of responses. Not only this, you have a lack of control over the subjects being tested. So far, we've learned a lot about survey research so far. If you've jotted down any notes so far throughout this presentation, you're welcome to write any questions, comments, concerns, or anything else you learned on the Padlet wall. See the link attached. And with that, thank you for listening. Here are my references.